Hey guys, this is Nathan and welcome back to Forever Stranded. Hope you guys are doing good today. I am doing amazing. So, in the last episode, we got a little bit of oil production going with canola and everything is going really nice. Now, obviously, we are having a little bit of issues with crops dying and we should be able to resolve that very simply by putting some glass over the top of this, and that's going to be a temporary solution, but that's what we're going to do. So that will be something that I do between clips. Not overly concerned about it, but the big thing is I have completely drained our oil generator of the regular canola oil, and with the two additional steps that we have done, using the fermenting barrel to turn the oil into, or the canola oil into oil, and then throwing a crystallized seed, which uses a little bit of power from our atomic reconstructor, we get this crystallized oil. And I have put a bunch of this into the generator, and this is absolutely amazing. It now produces 200 RF a tick. So with those two operations, we went from 40 RF a tick coming out of the canola oil to 200 RF a tick out of the crystallized oil. That is absolutely insane, and we have another level that we can go beyond this. So if we look at the actually additions, we also have our empowered oil, which to get the empowered oil, let's see here, how do we get that? So if you're still not satisfied with the power that generates, place it on the ground and throw in a crystallized seed to make crystallized oil. If that isn't enough for you either, make an empowered canola seed, toss that into some crystallized oil, and get empowered oil. So that is going to be our goal for this episode. And to do that, we need to get ourselves the empowerer. And it is not the display stand that we're looking for. Where on earth is our empowerer? I am not seeing it. Oh, wait, there it is. The empowerer. So to make this, we need a Restonia crystal. We need a double battery. And it looks like it needs to be a charged double battery, a display stand, and 2 iron casings. So the display stands take aesthetic green blocks and aesthetic quartz. The aesthetic quartz is a block of quartz in front of the atomic reconstructor. The aesthetic quartz is a chiseled block of quartz in front of the atomic reconstructor. Now, these double batteries, so it takes a single battery and an advanced coil and a bunch of Inori crystal. The single battery takes a Restonia crystal, an advanced coil, and some Inori crystal. So we are going to be using a lot of that stuff, but I have some crafting to do, and I need to double check how this works. I think we need some display stands set up around it too. There should be a bit of information on this. Okay, so let's take a look here. Yeah, so there is a layout here. The empowerer is a mid-tier block that can be used to empower crystals and other items. To use it, items that should be empowered can be right-clicked onto the empowerer, and empowering items need to be placed on the display stands that are 2 blocks away, like seen in the picture on the next page. To then activate the process, every display stand needs to be powered with a lot of RF that is then drained by the empowerer, or to empower the item on the empowerer. So we need to have some power lines running to these things as well. So yes, and then that will give us the ability to make all of these empowered things, and a big one for me is going to be the empowered diamantine. That will be nice. So yes, I have some crafting to do because we'd also like to get our crystallized canola seeds, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Holy good God, I put down the temperature regulator on top of this basic capacitor bank, and it started using 1,000 RF a tick. And the only reason it was only using 1,000 is because that's all the more this thing will put out. So that is insane. We're going to turn on our generator and start getting some power back here. And so, yes, got my Empower stuff. So let's go ahead and set that up here. We'll probably be moving it eventually, but we need 2 blocks away. So we don't want to be on our ladder. So let's go ahead, or our elevator. So we'll go ahead and put all of these down here. And there we go. There's all of our Empower, well, the Empower and our display stands. Now we need to power these guys, which means we need some energy conduits. And I haven't done anything with energy conduits for a while. So, I don't know how many we've got here. And by the way, full on winter now. So that's actually really handy having that. So let's see. I don't even see any. So let's see. We need, what is it? Flux ducts. So the Ledstone Flux ducts. For these we need glass, lead, and redstone. Okay, well, we should have plenty of glass up there. So let's grab some lead and some redstone. And these guys move a lot of RF. So we shouldn't have any issues with that. So let's get over here, get a little bit of glass, make up a bunch of these conduits or flux ducts. So 30 should be a great deal plenty. And we'll just get rid of the excess stuff. There we go. And you know what? We're going to get rid of this as well. So now let's go back upstairs, and what we're going to do is grab our... Wow, that is almost full again. This is stupidly fast. Now, we did use the better part of 1.5 buckets of oil in that time, but I guess that's the way that it goes. And I don't have my bucket on me. But this will save its power when we break it, so go ahead and bring this over here. And I think we're okay to have things in the way. But what we want to do here, we're going to set this to output, and then we will place down our Ledstone flux ducts around here. No, not there. That was just a waste of power. And then finally over to here. So now all of those are powered. Now to empower a crystallized canola seed, we just need more canola seeds. So we put a crystallized canola seed in the center and a regular canola seed on each of the... Oh wow, that was fast. On each of the display stands. And wow, we are draining... Wow, those things... Oh, they hold 800,000 RF each. So we'll go ahead and grab our capacitor bank, put it back here, turn that bad boy back on. All right, let's go grab our bucket. I must have dumped it in here when I was clearing my inventory. Yep, there it is. So let's grab our bucket and go upstairs. And we are ready for the next step on this now. So let's go ahead and refill our fermenting barrel. And we're going to place this down here. And let's get the entire process here. So we have pressed out some canola oil, we have fermented it into regular oil, then we turn it into crystallized oil, then we turn it into empowered oil. Oh geez, this is, okay, we are almost out of oil in this thing. I'm just going to make a guess and say that we're going to get 500 RF a tick out of this. I don't know, maybe 480. We'll just see how much we get. There we go. We are done. We'll let this finish down. There we go. So, let's see. What do we get? We don't know. 350. Still not bad considering. So, yeah, now we're really pulling in the power. because this thing doesn't take a lot of power. So if we put this in here, let's go ahead and set this over so that we can see what we're getting. So 350 right now, and now we're at 345. Okay, so there we go. Now it's running. So it was at 350, now we're at 315. What? Why is... Oh, is it recharging this? Maybe it was. Something is a little bit goofy there. But I think this thing doesn't take... What, it takes 35 RF a tick to run the canola press. That's not too bad. And look at how fast we're filling this now. That is insane. I love it. This is great. So yes, I have a lot of stuff that I need to do here. I need to turn a whole bunch of seeds into crystallized seeds, and then turn those into empowered seeds. So I'm going to work on this for a little bit. I'm going to see if I can convert all of this oil, which we've got 10 buckets of crystallized oil here. See if I can get that all converted into empowered oil. So I have been thinking about how we can move some of this stuff around the base, and I realized we have the color-coded ender chests and ender tanks. And those will be very handy for what we need to do. So I decided I better get some obsidian, and then we can start looking at making some tanks. Now the other thing is I will be making the bridge across in between these very shortly, because I was still having plants die even with the roof on the area. So I completely enclosed it. It is now 100% encased in glass, and I want to see if that will now stop the plants from dying. We are in the middle of winter. But I also brought my thermometer out so that we could look at some stuff. But yeah, we should be good to make what we need here for our ender tanks and chests. Oh, that's the weather siren. All right. So now, to make these, let's see here, ender... What are these from? They are from ender storage. All right. So let's take a look at ender storage. Oh, and we have the pouch. Ooh, and we should have everything that we need to make that. Oh, yes, we will definitely be doing that here shortly. So I don't... Oh, we click on once we get it color-coded. Okay, so let's start out by making an ender chest. Now this is going to take some obsidian, blaze rods, ender pearl, chest, and wool. So we have ender pearls, we have blaze rods, we need chests. Really? That's trap chest. There's chests. I'd say I know that we've picked up tons of chests from our excursions. Now we need to make at least 2 of these. And what we're going to do with these is, let's grab... For now, we're going to leave them just white. So let's go up here to the top, and right next to this entire setup, we are going to place this ender chest. And by the way, I changed the configuration here. So now this fluid tank is pushing into the fermenting barrel, so it's always full of canola oil as long as we have canola oil. And then this tank will accept the regular oil. And so, yeah, until this tank is full, we will have no oil in here. The other thing is I have gotten 16 buckets of empowered oil already. That's pretty impressive if you ask me. So now the next thing that we need to do is get some item conduits to pull items out of our whatever farmer over here. So I believe we have some of these made up in a chest over here. So, oh, and we had the servos already. So yeah, we have some item ducts here. So let's go ahead and grab that, and we need a few of these things. Inventory's full. All right, well, that's good enough. All right, so let's go ahead and go for a bounce. Yeah. Alright, so up we go. And we're going to set up an entrance to this place now. So what we're going to do is first get down alongside here. And we are going to place an iron door right here and put next to it a stone pressure plate. So that will allow us to get easily in and out of here. Next to our farmer, we are going to place our ender chest. And you can see we have a bunch of stuff in here. So now, next to this, we are going to put our item duct here and then place on our servo. And this will allow us to pull the items out and they will end up in this ender chest, or they should. Okay, yes, all right. Everything is going to work there. So now we need to get back out of here, and we are going to grab our concrete and place some of this down here. And then finally put our other stone pressure plate here so that we can get in if need be. Now later on we will be making the ender tank to be able to bring oil over here and power an oil generator. But before we do that, we need to get our setup for de-energizing the generator. So for now, we're going to leave that at that. So let's go ahead and head back over here to the tech building. If we can. Can we please? There we go. So up here in the tech building, and before we do that, we need to cool down. We have heating coils in the other building, and we have cooling coils over here. Maybe we're getting too hot over there. I don't know for sure what the total, everything is. But now we can go here and grab our canola very easily and throw it into that chest. So now our seeds should end up in there. We should be able to very easily take our crystallized seeds then as well and convert them into empowered seeds. And we're going to have to look at some automation for how to take care of some of this, because it is totally a pain clicking one item at a time on all 5 of these and then removing the center item and then putting 5 more items back on, waiting a little bit, removing the center item. That's not any fun. So yes, we are definitely going to be getting some automation involved in all of this. And most of what we need isn't actually additions. So yeah, that is definitely a thing. Now before I get too carried away, I am going to make myself an ender bag. So the ender bag, or the ender pouch, we need blaze powder and leather for that. And we have both of those. And even if we didn't have leather, with the atomic reconstructor now, we could throw rotten flesh in front of this and get leather. But we get leather from our animal trap, which I actually haven't looked at this for a little while. And yeah, with no automation to this, you know what? Let's do that. As long as we're over here, we are going to dig underneath here. Oh, that's a little bit further than we need to go. Those all ended up in our digging pack. Okay, well, let's go ahead and pull the sand back out of there. And move that around. There we go. So now I'm going to place this on here, put that on, and ignored. And now we should be able to... Oh, whoops. Not servo. We need this. And then sand. And there we go. So now that should be automatically pulling items out and putting them into this chest. So can we see that anything is being pulled out? I don't see anything being pulled out. Wait. What is going on here? That's why nothing is being pulled out. Let's go ahead and place this on there. No! Put that on. I am getting a little bit unhappy with this. Okay, so now if we change this to redstone ignored, put down we'll get this figured out eventually here. If we don't kill ourselves first. Put this down there, and now, will this pull items out of here? I'm hoping it will. I don't see anything being pulled out. Now that does have the servo on, right? It looks like it. Let's go ahead and get down alongside here. Yes, the servo is on. We're blacklisting nothing. Should be able to pull items out, but it's not. Darn it. Well, I'll worry about that at a later date. So, for now, this kind of stinks. I'm just going to replace this, and we need a bit of leather. We'll grab our leather, and we'll go inside because we also have this guy. This laboratory cover block, and that needs to go back there. Then we need to grab some blaze powder. There we go. We should have everything that we need. So let's go ahead and head back over to our tech building. Get cooled down. And let's make ourselves an ender pouch. Now, this is going to make a huge difference for me. So let's go ahead and drop off all of the stuff here that we don't need, which is quite a bit of this, actually. And yeah, we don't need the doors anymore either. But now, we can open this ender pouch, and we have canola. So we can make some ender pouches that could link to other things as well, which could come in very handy for when we are exploring. So yes, very, very nice. So how are we doing here? We are out again. So it's going to take me a little bit to get used to grabbing the stuff out of there. But yes, we are completely full of oil there. We are full of oil there, full of canola oil. And we're backlogging canola oil. Very, very nice. And then every once in a while, I just need to turn this guy on. It is insane how fast it refills this capacitor bank. And it might actually be time to pull all of this stuff out of the shuttle and bring it over here to this building. We need to get a little bit more built out of the back here and connect this portion of the building to that portion of the building, or subdivide them somehow or whatever. We also need to get the walkway going across here, and I think we're going to go from the next floor up so that we're up above higher. But yeah, that is all stuff that I am probably going to work on between episodes because I believe I am out of time for this one. So I'm going to say thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, be sure to give a thumbs up. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any thoughts about what I've been working on or anything that you would like to see, be sure to leave that down in the comments, and I will see you next time. Bye!